You know that strange moment when someone gives you a compliment, you land a promotion, or maybe even win an award, but instead of feeling proud, deep down you're thinking, nah, I don't really deserve this. I just got lucky. Even though you worked late nights, pushed through stress, and genuinely earned it, something inside whispers that you're a fraud. If you've ever felt that way, trust me, you're not alone. Many people, yes, even the most successful ones deal with this exact same thing. It has a name, impostor syndrome. So what exactly is impostor syndrome? It's that sneaky feeling where you believe you're unworthy of your own achievements. From the outside, people see you as talented, hardworking, and deserving of your success. But on the inside, you can't shake the thought that you don't measure up. You tell yourself you only got here because of luck or because people just haven't figured out the real you yet. And here's the ironic part. The more you accomplish, the stronger that I'm a fraud feeling can get. Psychologists first identified this phenomenon back in the late 1970s while studying high-achieving women. What they found was surprising. So many of them felt like their success was fake, as if they tricked everyone into thinking they were smarter or more capable than they really were. Decades later, it's clear that this doesn't just affect women. Men feel it too, especially now that we live in an era of constant comparison, where everyone's highlight reel is on display for the world to see. The roots of imposter syndrome usually come from a few different places. Maybe you grew up in an environment where you were always compared to others, which left you with a mindset that you constantly had to prove yourself. Or maybe the opposite happened. You were overly praised as a kid, and now every compliment feels fake, like people are just trying to meet some expectation. Perfectionism also plays a big role. When you set the bar impossibly high for yourself, even the smallest flaw makes you feel like you failed. On top of that, some people struggle to actually internalize their own success. When something goes well, they brush it off with excuses like the test was easy or it was just my team, not me. And of course, there's the tendency to view yourself too harshly while idealizing others. You compare your weaknesses to other people's strengths, which is never a fair fight. Imposter syndrome doesn't look the same for everyone. For some, it turns into overworking. You feel like you have to constantly push harder and harder just to prove that you belong, until eventually you burn yourself out. For others, it shows up in the way they handle compliments. Someone says, "Great job," and instead of feeling good, you immediately reject it or downplay it. It can also lead to procrastination. You keep putting things off because you're terrified the final result won't live up to the expectations, so you stall and avoid even starting. And sometimes it makes you say no to big opportunities because you believe you're not ready, when in reality, you've been ready for a long time. The impact of this mindset runs deep. It's not just a fleeting feeling of doubt. It can shape the way you live your life. When you constantly dismiss your own achievements, you drain your confidence. You start overworking not out of passion, but out of fear that people will find you out. You procrastinate not because you're lazy, but because you're afraid of falling short. You reject life-changing opportunities because you convince yourself someone else deserves them more. And perhaps worst of all, you become your own harshest critic, turning every small mistake into evidence that you're not good enough. Over time, imposter syndrome eats away at your self-esteem, damages your relationships, and even affects your mental health, leading to stress, anxiety, and sometimes depression. But here's the part one want you to really hear. Just because imposter syndrome is common, doesn't mean you're stuck with it forever. You can't necessarily erase all feelings of doubt, but you can learn to manage them and stop them from controlling your life. It starts with awareness. The moment you realize that this isn't just your problem, but something countless others also experience, you take away a lot of its power. It's not a shameful flaw or proof that you're broken. It's simply a mindset that can be unlearned. The next step is paying attention to how you talk to yourself. If your inner dialogue is constantly saying things like, I'm just lucky or I don't deserve this, it's time to rewrite that script. Start reminding yourself, I work hard for this, or I may not be perfect, but I'm learning and growing every day. These small shifts in self-talk might seem minor, but they actually make a huge difference in how you feel and the choices you make. Another powerful tool is keeping track of your wins. Save kind messages, positive feedback, or even small milestones that you're proud of. When doubt creeps in, go back to those reminders and let yourself see proof that you've earned your place. One of the biggest traps of imposter syndrome is waiting to feel ready or perfect before you start something. The truth is that moment never comes. The only way to build confidence is through action. You don't wait until you're confident to take the leap, you take the leap, and confidence follows. And while you're on that journey, talk to people you trust. Share your fears with friends, mentors, or loved ones. Sometimes just hearing someone say, "Of course you deserve this," can silence that inner critic better than anything else. It also helps to change how you view success itself. Instead of treating each achievement as final proof of your worth, see it as part of your growth process. Landing a new job doesn't mean you're a genius. It means you're learning and moving forward. Launching your first project doesn't mean you're the ultimate expert. It means you were brave enough to start. Success is not a destination. It's a reflection of progress, and progress is always valid. And if imposter syndrome ever feels too overwhelming, there's no shame in getting professional help. A therapist or coach can guide you through untangling these thought patterns and give you strategies to rebuild your perspective. At the end of the day, you don't need to completely eliminate imposter syndrome to live a successful life. The doubts may always linger a little, but they don't have to stop you. You don't have to feel 100% confident every single day. All you need is the reminder that you're growing, you're learning, and you are absolutely worthy of your achievements. You're not a fraud. You're just someone with high standards, and that's not a weakness. Your hard work is real, your journey is real, and your success is real. So the next time you catch yourself thinking, I'm not good enough, take a pause and look back at how far you've already come. None of that happened by accident. None of it was just luck. It happened because you showed up again and again, even when you didn't feel ready. And that's what makes you more than enough.